Now to a story that made national headlines. A 47-year-old man was charged with kidnapping a 9-year-old from an upstate New York campground this week. He allegedly held her in the cabinet of a camper he lived. After 3 days of investigations, police located the girl and thankfully reunited her with her family. While that campground was several miles away from West Michigan, our local DNR says it's important to learn from the unfortunate circumstance. 13 Your Side's Liliana Maria joins us with what you can do to make sure you have a safe camping trip.
While the summer season has come to an end, you may be trying to squeeze in those last-minute camping trips this fall. While campgrounds are a nice place to relax with family and friends, there are important safety tips to keep in mind. And if you see something unusual, know what to do.
Obviously, with what happened in that campground, we don't want it to happen in our Michigan state parks.
Camping, a time to make s'mores and play cornhole. While this environment is an easy one to let your guard down, there are still safety precautions the DNR urges campers to take.
The parks themselves are very safe, but when our visitors do bring their kids to the parks, we want to make sure they're even more safe within the campground.
So what should parents make sure they do?
Just making sure you're keeping track of your kids and where they're at any given time. And if they want to go out and explore in the parks, again, parks are very safe, but try to do it in groups rather than going out individually. Just give them those boundaries and where they can and cannot be. Give them a time frame when you want them back to the campsite. So secure your campsite, put everything away in the evening, lock the camper. If kids are staying in the tent, maybe an adult could stay with them in the tent so there's somebody in there with them. Rather than just having the kids outside by themselves. Familiarize yourself and your kids with the location, maybe give them a map so they know where things are and how to get around, to make sure your kids know your phone number as a parent. So if we find them, then we know how to get hold of the parent.
The DNR also have their own safety measures put into place. Whalen says Michigan DNR has controlled campgrounds, meaning only registered campers are allowed in. There are also park staff available in case of an emergency. But during off seasons, if a staff member isn't there, the DNR advises you call 911. For another look at the safety reminder checklist, you can visit our website, 13onyourside.com. For 13 on Your Side, I'm Liliana Murillo.
Today is the first day of Fire Prevention Week. Departments across West Michigan have been hosting open houses and other events to educate the public on how to stay safe in case of a fire. Fire Prevention Week is observed each year during the week of October 9th to commemorate the Great Chicago Fire in 1871. That disaster killed more than 250 people, leaving 100,000 homeless and burning more than 2,000 acres of land. Many fire prevention events will be held throughout October, which is considered Fire Prevention Month in Michigan.